Hey everybody, this is Dylan with Bay Sports Buzz. I hope you guys are having a good day. We're here to talk about the Warriors' third game versus the Pistons. We are playing great. All I gotta say is this team is all they look like they've been playing with each other for the last 3 years. Everybody's in sync, and I think this team is more unique than any team in the NBA, being that everybody on the team, every single person, is a 3-point threat. Well, obviously, I haven't seen Kevon Looney shoot his three, but the mid game is improved, and you could tell that just by him shooting a couple of his mid ranges. He's confident with it. We had 6 players in double figures tonight. It seems to me that Moses Moody is going to get that opportunity from our organization. I don't see why they wouldn't at this point. They're solidly playing him 25 minutes the last 3 games, basically. He's giving you double digits on those minutes every night, so I think that's something to look forward to. And then we look at our other young guy, Jonathan Kuminga. I mean, his three-pointer, he's 56% in 3 games. I know it's 3 preseason games, but he wasn't putting anywhere close to those numbers last season. The confidence is there. It's not just like a three from the line. He could step back 2, 3 feet and sink them. He's confident. He'll shoot it with somebody in his face. It's just a different look from JK this year. And that added to his game is going to make him a crazy problem for any guard. That doesn't matter who's guarding him. They're not going to know how to guard him because if they take one step out, he's gone and around him for a dunk. So that's a huge threat to have. And we got Trace. He's playing great minutes inside. He's also blocking quite a bit. I think he had 3 or 4 blocks tonight. He's also looking for the assist. He's playing just fantastic basketball, and that's what you want to see from our young players. And, Brandon Pajemski, he's a connector. He may not be your, 15 to 20 point a night scorer, but on some nights, maybe. I think they put out, there was a lineup they put out where it was Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, Trace Jackson Davis, Brandon Pajemski, and then D'Anthony Melton. That is a solid young core lineup that could possibly be the future of the Warriors. Like when everybody passes through, these guys may be that starting five. Like that's a solid starting five that you may have not looked at or are expecting to see, but as our players, Steph Curry, Steph Curry and Draymond Green start to get in their later years and end up retiring, those might be the 5 that stick around the next 5 to 10 years. You don't know. They have a lot of opportunity. And everyone plays great on defense too. I mean, there were some obviously breakdowns as there's going to be in the NBA. There's too many good players to not have a burnt play or something like that. But for the most part, this team can play. And the fact that everybody's a 3-point threat, it's just different than what the NBA is used to. A lot of people have 2 or 3 stars, and then they have, okay or good role players. And not everybody's going to be able to shoot the three. Not everybody's going to be able to have that mid-range game. But you look down our lineup, I don't know who you can say doesn't have a mid-range game, can drive to the basket, or shoot a three. It's a very unique style of play that I don't think any team has. And that's just a big bonus for us. This is going to be a very, very good season for the Warriors. Expect a 50-plus win season. I say top 5 in the NBA. I know people are going to say it's just preseason, this, and that. You could say what you want to, but you can tell from the team if you've watched the Warriors for a while, there's nothing you can do to stop them hitting their threes because how was the championship won last year? If you look at when they're talking to Mark Cuban of Dallas, he's in an interview. I can't remember what interview it was, but he was interviewing with somebody and saying that the reason we lost is because we couldn't shoot the three ball. Well, I think the Warriors listened to that. I think the Warriors watched what happened last year and what was the main problem that people couldn't combat, and it was the three ball. So they just said, let's build a freak of nature 3-point shooting juggernaut, play their small ball style, still don't have a traditional center, except for Quentin Post, but you probably see him here and there throughout the season. He's not going to be a mainstay, most likely. Maybe I'm wrong, but point to get across is if you watched last season and how to win it, this team was built to beat that team. And I don't think people even notice that. A lot of people aren't paying attention to it. You got Buddy Hield absolutely flamethrowing from the three. Lindy Waters, 19 minutes, 13 points, 7 rebounds. If you're Kerr, you have a problem here. Who do you give minutes to? You know, who do you try? Who do you cut minutes with? Because I hate saying this because I really like the player, but Gary Payton's kind of been the odd man out, and he's a fantastic player, fantastic defender, but how are you going to narrow this down? Because there's a big issue here. Wiggins, he is not back. Okay? He worked out with the team, scrimmaged recently, but he's not back. And the one thing I like Wiggins as a basketball player, okay? I'm going to say that right now. But the one thing I've hated in the last 2 years with everything going on with Wiggins is every time we start to get a flow, he comes back, it breaks up the flow. Not to say that he won't break up this flow because they seem to be, it seems you could plug and play anybody and we're playing good right now. However, I just don't see where you give Wiggins 25 minutes a game here because D'Anthony Melton, Buddy Hield, and Kyle Anderson are playing really good ball right now. And to take out, I mean, it's going to be a tough decision for Kerr because I don't even know now. I'm like questioning if he starts. I really am. I'm questioning if he starts because these last couple preseason games are going to have to be proof on if he's in the starting five or not. And I think it's honestly a true battle. I believe that there's a situation where he's six man. And it's not anything to knock on him or him not being here. It's because these players are playing so well together. You may not want to break up a starting five that you've put out there. He's done a different starting five every game. Every game's looked pretty good. And, we're going on 3 preseason games here and he hasn't played. So if he doesn't plug into the system well for the last remaining preseason games, it's kind of going to be like, what do we do here, Steve Kerr may give the courtesy to keep him on the starting five roster, but he's obviously testing his players and seeing what he wants. And the fact that he's not out there, it's just a big toss-up. If Buddy Hield and D'Anthony Melton are playing good, and we kind of get to the trade deadline, and you're looking to weed out for one more really good player, you could get rid of 2 or 3 guys and still have a solid team because this team is so unique. Well, I don't even think you have to do that realistically, but I'm just saying that this team is so unique that their substitutions are full 5-man substitutions. You don't do that in the NBA very often. You don't ever see really a substitution where it's 5 players out for 5 players. And it's because you look at this team, you sub out 5 players for 5 starting players because there are give or take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players on this team that in pretty much three-fourths of the NBA would start. And you can't say that about any other team right now. You can't say that about any other bench in the league. This bench is filled with starters. And that is going to be the problem for most teams because when they get out and they're getting tired, we have a fresh new five-starter group coming out. And with the rotations being substitute five at a time, guess who gets more rest? Steph Curry. Guess who gets more rest? Draymond Green. They don't have to play these strenuous 38 minutes if they don't need, like if they don't want to this year. This is a look that the Warriors haven't had in our entire run. We've been absolutely great, okay, in our run. But never did we have a bench that can compare to this. Never did we have a team that could carry Steph Curry and Draymond Green if they needed it for a couple games. You could sit these guys, you could literally sit Draymond Green and Steph Curry certain nights, and this team would still beat three-fourths of the team in the NBA because of the way they play, because of the three-point shooting, because of the rotation and ball movement, and because they just played great together. I don't know, a lot of people were judging the decisions made in the offseason. And I think the front office had a plan and knew what they were doing and just saw a different side that, most of the media and most of Dub Nation couldn't see. Because I even had my doubts about this squad. Picking up no star player, like what are we doing here? But Warriors fans, be happy. This season could be a season that goes all the way. You don't know. You're giving Steph Curry the opportunity to have threats all over the floor and get him into the postseason and let him cook and have all these weapons next to him. I can see this thing going all the way, but I'm not gonna believe it until we get in and all that stuff. However, be happy for your Warriors, people. This is a great team, and it's built different than any team in the NBA. And people are sleeping on us, and they're not going to even know what hit them when we go into their stadium this year. You got a lot of people on YouTube, the React people on YouTube, talking about this. They ain't even Warrior fans, and they're like, man, this team is ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous, and it's built different, and it's just going to be a problem for the whole NBA this year. So strap yourselves in, people. This is going to be fun. 4-0. Looking to have, let's just try to get the undefeated preseason. Why not? Why frickin' not? But I'm going to get out of here. Please like and subscribe for more of this content. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody, like all the subscribers. It's been awesome just growing this channel for what it is. I definitely enjoyed doing this, so you're going to see a lot more of me. And I will probably be breaking down the 49ers sometime this week, and I'll be here for post-game for the Warriors next game. So thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. Peace.